kick the show off right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with me, cause
It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight.
let's get a topic straight, let's get things good, let's do everything that we should.
It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show off right.
Let's open our minds and take out our style. Let's see what's going on in the world tonight.
It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show off right. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight. It's Project Open Mic. Let's kick the show off right. It's Project Open Mic. Let's have a good show tonight.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Tig once again for another episode of Project Over Mike. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope things are going good. We're gonna do it in a nice, quick, good show tonight. Besides, get to the point. Put my lovely face on the screen right there. How y'all doing? Hope everything is going well in your life. So, man, it is ridiculous, but I have to say, we're gonna continue with another episode of Project Open Mic, where we're gonna talk about something that again I've pointed out multiple times. So just wanted to just making sure of a lot of things, of course, is doing well. Sorry about that. Just have stuff popping up on the screen. Which is my situation. All right, so shout out, thank you guys for joining me once again. Tempo FM, thank you. Also, you people on YouTube, people on Facebook, people on live.com, and also people on Twitch. And we're gonna keep on expanding more and more onto this. Again, I want to thank everybody out there for giving me the birthday shout outs. Thank you. I'm happy, yes, happy for the birthday shout outs, and we're gonna keep on trucking along with the Project Over Mike and the whole thing. So again, for anybody out there who's not on Tempo FM or YouTube, again, you can check out Project Over Mike on YouTube to get the backlog of stuff. Again, I'm gonna try to get more places to have more backlogs, so we'll put it into like a Rumble, I should say, about Rumble and locals and all that stuff. So I'm working on that in behind the scenes. But let's not waste some more time. It is kind of late. I apologize for that. So let's go straight into the topic today. And the topic is basically put your dang mask on. The reason I'm talking about that because a lot of people think of elites. They think a lot of elites are just of like rich billionaires and all that stuff. Yeah, they are elites. But there's another elite that is just as powerful and just as strong and have enough power, and they're the politicians. And yes, you guys think, oh well, I just think of politicians, I just you know, they're supposed to work for us, all that stuff. Again, no, there's a lot of these politicians got in their heads, and some of them just got in, and which I'm gonna expose right now. In a way, I'm not trying to say expose them. If you basically follow the channel, or you minded of what's going around, you see they're full of crap anyway. So with this one, I want to give me a second here. Bring that down to whatever. I might do a little chat talk a little bit just to fill out the show. But I want to just stay on one topic and just and keep going forward. So we already know about how they're going on right now. We have a mandate. People need to get the poke. I'm going to use different names because of how the algorithm works. But people want to get they want to get the poke and stuff, and then people try to force them to get the poke and all that stuff, which I'm not down with. But again, let people do what they do with their own lives. I just think that makes a better way for what it is. because it just doesn't work the way that you think it should. I think I always said this: wear a mask, wear gloves. If you have comorbidities, be careful who you go around. Of course, I be careful to go around people who are sick, who have this stuff. I know that. Hell, today I just dropped off a birthday gift for somebody. Shout out for them. That she just came out of the hospital, and I was not gonna be around her and enough like that, because she already had went through having COVID and all this stuff, and making sure that she's all right. But I didn't see her, I didn't touch her, didn't whatever, just put the stuff so so she got her gift. Happy birthday, belated birthday to her again. But that works out in that regard. That works out in regard. If, like I said, my family, I have family members who are sick, who are going, like I said, my aunt's going through cancer treatment and everything. I'm not seeing her and I've been around her because of that. So yes, be careful of the people around you, and be in, and also be really do your due diligence to keep yourself aware of what's, again, gloves, masks, all the stuff. You do what it is, and you go talk to your doctor to see if you need to take the vaccine and all this stuff and work on it. That's all. Just do that. I'm not against it. Again, I already shared already. I have vaccine. I have to have all the other vaccines or whatever. The thing is, this is a different type of thing, but I'm not against it. You do what you do. You make your decisions. Okay, that's where I'm at. Okay, YouTube and Facebook. I'm not against it. Crazy people, but it is. But it's foretelling. It is foretelling how. It's foretelling that a lot of these people there are a lot of people who you see on the TV every day, and they force it on you again. It's and force it on you and stuff like that. And the thing that kills me, to hurt me, the funny thing about that situation, of course, is they. How should I put this? Okay, so our President Biden, wants us to take the if everybody get the vaccination, and 98% of the country, that it's going to that should help whatever. Okay, I'm not against that. I got a criticism against it though. Again, remember what I said before. Illegal immigrants that's coming to this country, they're exempt from taking a vaccination. Funny how that works, don't it? And then if you're staff of the of Congress and the Senate, and you don't want to take it, you don't have to take it. These are true things. These are facts. This is Biden administration said it themselves. So again, I always got to watch out the exempts of a lot of people. Okay, that's how the way I do things. As I say that they with the affordable health care, aka Obama health care, when it was like, oh, we're gonna do a lot of stuff. It's like, okay, we're going to make it, everybody's going to pay into affordable healthcare system. And when I saw the exempts of people who are not making around $20,000, unions are not paying it, illegals are not paying it. So like, wait, so who's paying for it? The rich ain't paying for it because they have enough money to pay for their own stuff. That's why I have a problem with Jimmy Kimmel. When Jimmy Kimmel said, well, this is so sad. Jimmy, you're rich. Why don't, if you want to prove your point, why don't you help other people who are less fortunate to you? Oh, you don't do that. You just a drive by, say all this stuff, but you don't do that. And then it looks down on people with that regard. That's why not a fan of Jimmy Kimmel. You're just not. And you gotta watch the exemptions. That's just weird about this situation. It's messed up. And I'm gonna point something else too at the end, story wise, about what I'm gonna say. So normally, obviously, rules for thee, not for me. You know how it works out. That's what the situation comes down to. But another thing that makes it more weird is, again, these are the people who have power. to do stuff. And you're out there, they're telling you, do this, do that. You see it. They tell you about what you should do, whatever. But it's funny how they don't do it themselves. It's weird. So let's just go through a list of the BS or whatever. And I'm with it. Put the damn mask on. If I gotta go to a store, I put my mask on. I go to Sam's almost all the time. I put my mask on. I be careful. I do that for other people. But that's not how we all do things now, don't we? So let me put this. Let's start with the BS, shall we? Your mayor, your governor of California, who have high, after winning his re-election, now has high hopes he wants to run for president. His state is a piece of trash, literally. And y'all, again, I've learned people just don't care. As long as there's a D and an R beside their names, they don't care. That's how stupid. That's why I always say people are stupid, individuals smart, and people are stupid. But let's go with the night, shall we?
Well, take a look. More photos have emerged of the party Governor Gavin Newsom attended earlier this month. Several health lobbyists joined Newsom at the dinner for 12 at French Laundry in Napa Valley. The governor told Californians last week to rethink their own Thanksgiving dinner plans as the state surpassed 1 million confirmed coronavirus cases. A spokesperson for the governor said the dinner was held in accordance with state and county guidelines. At one point, the governor even said it was outdoors. But photos from the dinner show everyone without masks, seated next to each other from different households. And the reports say the group was so loud, staff had to shut a glass sliding door.
So, Gavin Newsom, yeah, wear your mask, do all this, do all this stuff. Oh, wait a minute. When it comes to him, it's not hypocrisy. It's just that they don't care. They just don't care. There's a difference. They don't care. Remember, because he's the one who put out this nonsense up here. Remember this nonsense? How to do a dinner trip. From the governor, how to minimize the time you take off your mask. On, off, on, which of course he didn't follow his damn self. Okay, it was stupid. But let's stay in the same state, shall we? Another one. Miss London Breeze. She took over Gavin Newsom's job as being mayor of San Francisco. Put on the mask, do all the stuff. Oh, what is this?
So,
what is this? Put on all the masks and everything, and wait a minute. She did not do that.
San Francisco Mayor London Breed is under fire after video has come to light that shows her maskless, dancing and singing during a live indoor performance by the 90s R&B group Tony. That is Breed there on the left, and her critics are seizing on this, saying that she violated her own health department's masking order, which came out in August and applies to the vaccinated, like the mayor, and the unvaccinated. Here's what the order says, quote, people may remove their well-fitted mask while actively eating or drinking, while dining indoors, or while taking in live performances. Now, actively being the operative word there. Here's how Mayor Breed is responding to the criticism.
I was there, I was eating, and I was drinking, and I was sitting with my friends, and everyone who came in there was vaccinated. So the fact that we have
that you know of
into a story about being maskless, no, I'm not going to sip and put my mask on. Sip and
listen to what she said. Let's rewind that back a little bit.
And everyone who came in there was vaccinated. So the fact that we have turned this into a story about being maskless, no, I'm not going to sip and put my mask on. Sip and put my mask on. Sip and put my mask on. Eat and put my mask on.
Well, you hear what she just said. But from the governor of her state, what did you say? Minimize the times. On, off, on. You can't make this stuff up. You just cannot make this stuff up. So you're not going to do that, but the regular peons like us, we should do that. Right. I got you. I got you. You're correct, ma'am. You're 100% correct on that one. But wait a minute. It gets more stupider than that.
While I'm eating and I'm drinking, I'm going to keep my mask off. So the fact that this is even a story.
Which, again, okay. But I'll let her finish. Let her talk.
Is sad.
No, it's not.
To be clear, that is not what's at issue here, whether she sips and puts a mask on, takes a bite, and
Even though that's what her governor, the person above her, said that we should be doing, but I digress how that works.
puts a mask back on, and so on. The issue is that she was indoors, not eating, not drinking.
That's not eating. That's not exactly.
Close to people without a mask on, yes, vaccinated, in this minute-long video. There is no active eating or drinking, and the order is clear about that, even for vaccinated people.
Exactly.
On. The mayor is supposed to lead by example, and she knows this because she caught major flack last year when she didn't.
Yeah, because she did the same thing when it was supposed to be not people, and she went to a wedding. Yeah, she went to a wedding and all that stuff. Yeah, and people, she told everybody else not to do it, but when it comes to her, no.
San Francisco Chronicle reported that Breed attended a birthday party at the restaurant, the French Laundry, with 7 others back in November, just days before San Francisco rolled back the reopening of indoor dining. And despite state guidelines that strongly discourage social gatherings, capping them at 3 households, it is unclear how many households were present at that party dinner. The paper.
And I remember when she came out and said, "It's none of our business." Okay, there's none of your business to be in my life as well, too, Mayor Miss Breed.
Said. Now, if the French Laundry sounds familiar, that's because it's the same restaurant where California Governor Gavin Newsom attended a party last year the day before Breed. And that dinner may have cost him a pricey recall challenge that he successfully fended off last week. So Democrats who favor COVID restrictions, they know the political perils of violating their own guidance, whether in spirit or in letter. But in this latest case,
well, they don't care.
Mayor Breed, she says focusing on her behavior misses the real story.
Really?
The fact
Really?
is there was something that was really monumental that occurred, and that is Tony, the original members who have not performed in public for, I believe, at least over 20 years. They are just really some of the most incredible artists in the history of this country and the Bay Area in particular, and the fact that that is getting lost here is...
No, Mayor, it's because Tony music is irrelevant to what's going on. Literally, it is. This is your argument?
Now,
That's
Tony is great. The nostalgia factor here high for their music, for the 90s, the best decade, by the way, and for the
basically, you know what? I agree with you, ma'am. The best decade, I gotta say, yeah, the 90s was the yeah.
Days of life being awesomely normal when we could dance and sing along to the 1993 hit "If I Had No Loot" without worrying about a virus. The reason, though, that
So the only reason I skip it because of the whole copyright with YouTube is funny as hell.
Tony is not the story is because the mayor of a major American city isn't complying with her own health department's health guidance.
Thank you.
If actions were actually the standard, there are a lot of things that would be in compliance with masking rules for the vaccinated that we know are not.
Exactly.
On Amtrak, who has a beer in front of him and talks maskless the entire almost 3-hour train trip from DC to New York, because maybe he takes the occasional sip. The person on the plane from Los Angeles to Atlanta who never puts on a mask because they have a snack on their seat tray and they eat some of that snack mix every time the flight attendant walks by. The person shopping in a store who could avoid wearing a mask just by holding a soft drink.
That's true.
Mayor Breed made a personal choice that, quite frankly, a lot of people make, right? That she won't comply with the rules. But if she thinks that they're too restrictive for vaccinated people, she is the mayor. Instead of arguing that she's in compliance with the masking rules when she isn't, she could advocate for all vaccinated San Franciscans that restrictions should be loosened. Either change the rules or live them, instead of defying them just because, as Tony says, it feels good.
Okay, I don't like the pun, but I guess, as I said before, like I said, here, see again, I use all sources. I go CNN, I go Fox, I don't care. I will go to get multiple sources, unlike other people who just want to be down that strap, whatever. They have their faults, but I've used it. But that was a good one right there, called out. Because it's crap. I wish I had that. I wish I had that one, that thing crap. But there you go. That's how we missing Fortune that because of that. Really, ma'am. We missing the story because Tony got back together. Really? No. You won't eating. You won't drinking. And again, I just showed. Remember, Gavin Newsom, who broke his law, come out and tell people you should have. And as she just pointed out, this is not once. This is the second time she's broken the rules and situation. But he says you should. What you do again? On, off, on when you're eating your meals, which a lot of people say is stupid, but whatever. We got that. Well, let's go from there to another San Franciscan. Remember this jabroni.
You piece of loser.
Remember her, Nancy Pelosi. See you in a mask inside the San Francisco hair salon. Yeah. And including that the salon was supposed to be shut down, but for her, no, we got to open back up. Now the owner, I feel for the owner because she had to close down and move away from the city because people came out and threatened her. Funny how when a woman's getting threatened by other women and other stuff, nobody want to call it out, but a man does it. Is a whole horrible thing, man. Oh, how dare you, sir? Really? If you say so. But let's continue with this, which I have to laugh. We gotta listen to. Of course, I should know that. And yes, people, don't do what you just see right there. Please do not take your hands off the freaking wheel just because you could drive. I've seen a lot of Teslas and stuff that has hit and caused accidents because of that. Don't do that.
I take responsibility for trusting the word of a neighborhood salon that I've been to over the years many times.
But you're the one who passed the mandate that it should shut down.
And that when they said, well, we're able to accommodate people one person at a time, and that we can set up that time, I trusted that. As it turns out, it was a setup. So
What?
What the fuck?
It was a setup. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. You guys are so hilarious. It was a setup.
I take responsibility.
You ain't take no responsibility. Accountability for politicians is like kryptonite. Literally, there are a couple of people who accountability is like kryptonite. Jeez.
For falling for a setup. And
That was not a
all
falling for no
I
setup.
say on that.
Oh my God, she's just a horrible person. And it was not one person at a time. It was 3 people in the camera that caught you, lady. And like I said, I feel bad for the lady who had that, cause that was not right. That was not right. But you don't care. They don't care. So that's its own funny. Another San Francisco. So have you catch on to this? How I say I don't want people from California ruling anything because they stuck in. Our vice president is from have the California mind stay. And again, she went horizontal to go vertical, and she also is just a complete whatever. People are like, oh, you shouldn't say that about a black. I don't give a dang about that nonsense. Be a competent person. I don't care what color you are. I never have, never will care what color you are. Whatever. It has some with certain things, but when it just be on smart and using your brain and all that stuff, nope, not doing that. Not doing that. So we have that situation. Well, let's fly all over. Let's go to another. Let's go to another let's cross country. Are we gonna be shocked by this? No. But it's kind of hard to hear, but I'll let you hear it and see, and I'll tell you what happened.
Go. Oh, my bad again. Sorry.
Oh, no, oh, not you.
Oh, I thought you were like, oh, wait, he's the one unmasked guy.
Because I got a Republican tracker.
Oh, okay.
Did you? I hope. Let's play it again, because maybe you heard what I heard. So it's funny how that is.
Oh, no, oh, not you.
Oh, I thought you were like, oh, wait, he's the one unmasked guy.
Because I got a Republican tracker.
Oh, okay.
Now, it sounds like she says tracker. It could be misconstrued as cracker. But I like how she said it. The only reason I wear a mask is because I have a Republican person watching me. And you know what? She kind of proves her point. She don't wear. So everybody else, wear a mask, wear a mask, wear a mask, wear a mask. But she's correct. Wear a mask, because here we go. When she's at a wedding,
Doing a very xenophobic warrior princess calling sound. Here you go.
where's the mask? They are not eating. They're not. Nope.
Hey. Oof.
Okay. All right. Where's the mask? Wear the mask. Oh, I only wear the mask because I have that. But you're the one who's like, everybody should wear a mask. Everybody should get the vaccine. Everybody should do all this stuff like that. But you don't. Right. I got you. It's all for the show. That's all it is. It's all for the show. Just like I said, they don't care. They say stuff just to say stuff. Let's go to now to the leader of said squad. As you can see right there, no mask on. She's gonna put it on, and she's gonna say the reason why she put the mask on. She put on a mask because it's for the cameras and all that stuff. Again, another person said, "Where's the mask?" and all the stuff. And again, I have no problem putting on a mask to go into a public building, a private building, when they say, "Hey, wear the mask," and all stuff. Like I said, when I went to get gas the other day, they said mask required. I went back to my car. I gently went back to my car, put a mask on, walk in there, get what I gotta get, and get out. I'm not against that. But if there could be this nonchalant and this brazen into saying the nonsense, you would think, and that's also another politician. Yeah, you can't. The mask is so important.
So this is where we clap.
The mask.
Okay.
One minute later. Ooh, should have kept it on to.
No mask. Surprise? No, I'm not. I'm not surprised. It's the optics. That's all they do it for. They do not care. Again, it's not hypocrisy. They don't care. They don't care. She could talk it all that she wants. They don't care. Okay? They don't. I also want to play this, but not now. I'll play it a little bit later on, because this is also another thing that's funny. So there's another one. They don't care. They don't. I'll help you out with that one. This one right here. Jimmy Carter and his wife. They have the vaccine. These, of course, have the vaccine. This is so stupid. So you heard Biden say all the time, blah, 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 all the time they say that. The number 2 people who died from COVID is people who are elderly. Number 1 is people who are obese. And sadly, a lot of Americans are obese. And I will do a show about that because, again, the media likes to twist and turn stuff the way they ain't supposed to. But I ain't got a video. I showed this video a while back, but I ain't got this video. So it's one of the past shows where, let me get this straight. So elderly, like I said, for me, I have an aunt who's elderly. I don't go around her just because of that. So elderly people, you go, you do this nonsense. You do no mask. As soon as he came out the house, he put on a mask. I'm like, really? Who telling you these things? See, who telling you people? They don't care. They don't. It's all for optics. That's all it's for. Since we're in DC, let's keep in DC. Let's keep in DC. Mayor Bowser, which is kind of helped through some of the evil that she has. Again, she also had a mandate. She written up. I want to, let me see here if I got it. Yep. She also had a mandate she written up.
Political leader, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser. She was seen at a wedding reception maskless less than 24 hours after reinstating an indoor mask mandate regardless of vaccination status. Her office said she took the mask off to eat. Right, sure. Let's bring in the reporter who broke this story, our own contributor here at the First TV and Washington Examiner commentary writer, Tina Lowe. Tina, what happened?
Hi, Buck. So I got a tip that Bowser was at this wedding in Adams Morgan, and I actually know that hotel pretty well. And I was able to scope out the name of the couple, and I showed up. The thing that was astounding to me was the fact that, there's probably somewhere between 150 people to 200 people, most of whom were not wearing masks, dozens of wait staff. And Bowser was in the corner, very, very visible. And I was shocked that not one person had already tweeted about it, right? It seemed like such an obvious Marie Antoinette style moment.
Of
like,
course,
let them
why
wear
would they?
masks, but not me. And so obviously I got the photo and I got the footage. And then when I went up to her, when she was standing and had put on a mask, I asked her why she was clearly sitting there for 10 minutes that I was observing, not wearing a mask. And she had her security retinue with her sort of push me aside and just refused to answer.
Of course.
So just so we're clear, you were there, you broke this story, and she wasn't wearing, I mean, she was indoors without a mask on after being the mayor, who, in my mind, almost in lunatic fashion now for any of these mayors who actually do this stuff, given the actual numbers for hospitalizations, all this. And this is a photo you took. You can kind of see there in the background what's going on. So she wasn't wearing a mask and she doesn't care. I mean, this is the statement from Bowser's office. I wanted to have you react to it because you saw what actually happened. On Saturday, July 31st, Mayor Bowser officiated an outdoor rooftop wedding ceremony followed by an indoor dinner. The mayor wore a mask indoors in compliance with the mandate, and the organizers and venue staff worked to create a safe environment for the staff and its guests.
Well, I see the pictures. There's a lot of, I saw one guy at the table have a mask, everybody else didn't. Weird.
Tina, sounds to me like you're saying the mayor of DC is lying.
Yes, and as the video that I took that we have shows, she is sitting there for, 15 seconds with no mask on, no drink in hand, no fork in hand. It's clear that she just, if she planned.
And look, they don't got a mask. He got a mask, but there's a lot of people
to officiate this wedding and attend.
No mask.
And then also put in
No
the
mask.
mandate.
No mask, no mask, no mask.
5 a.m. She knew that by Saturday evening, by 9 p.m., that she was going to violate her own order, which either means she's a moron or she's a liar who knows that these indoor mask mandates don't matter. Look, Mayor Bowser's probably fully vaccinated. She's the one who's pushing the mask mandate on everyone, including the vaccinated, including people with antibodies. But she knows it is garbage. She would not be sitting there without the mask if she thought it actually helped her protect herself from COVID.
We actually have the footage you took of asking her what's going on. Let's hear it.
How long you been in Chicago fan? Ambassador, what's your response to the backlash about you not wearing a mask?
Of course. Of course. And trust me, this is typical politician, Republican or Democrat. Typical. So this is not a left or right, but it's just there. But this is more left. I'm pointing out because they're the ones who are pushing it hard as hell. And they're the ones who don't give a care about you peons, because we are peons. We are the unwashed masses. How dare you look at us and think that because we're the same as you, you plebeians. No, you don't care.
Sorry, clearly not you, Tina, but another. After you broke the story, other journalists asking, no comment from her. It seems pretty clear to me that she just got caught and they're just going to pretend like it doesn't matter. Is that really where we are? I mean, wait, I'm sorry. We do have CNN offering up this defense. We can play that.
Here's the thing, right? She wasn't actually, as far as we know, violating the new rules, correct?
Yes, she was.
I think that is fair to say. I look at the photo and
I remember, I just played this lady saying what she said about Mayor London Breed. This is why I say this is how crazy this thing is. You came down on London Breed and Gavin Newsom. Now you're going to defend Bowser for what she did?
I see it. It seems like it could be during the toast, right? Everyone's heads are pointed.
What toast? We just saw the video. There was no toast.
In a certain direction. It seems like maybe they are listening to someone, is what it.
You need a mask. You don't wear your mask now to listen? What sense does that make?
It appears to me. I do wonder for a politician like Mayor Bowser if it's just better to, err on the side of being conservative when it comes to mask use.
Wow, what amazing intellectual gymnastics there from
that
CNN.
Is true.
Coming up with
I give you a 6 because you didn't stick the landing.
Yes. And a CNN reporter was at that wedding. And then after I read the story, posted the photo of her officiating the actual.
That's why that makes more sense. You got harder on the others, but because you know the people, you didn't want to make it a thing out of it. Gotcha.
Service outside to act as though the indoor part didn't happen. And so that's the thing. This is a wedding that I was not invited to, that I showed up to as in my job as a journalist to report the news. And there was an actual CNN journalist there who could have broken the story instead of me and chose not to.
That is unsurprising, but certainly worth everybody knowing.
Of course not.
Considering that CNN alleges that it commits the act of journalism at least on a semi-regular basis, although I'd argue that's really not.
And that's what I just said there too, but I'll digress.
True. Just to remind everybody, I mean, we've got Nancy Pelosi, who was maskless in a salon back in the day, earlier in the pandemic. We all remember this. And then it was.
She said one.
Right?
One,
gotta
two,
make sure Nancy's got
3 people.
All the different accoutrement of trying to remind people that she's not basically 80 years old and the most powerful member of Congress. And you also had Gavin Newsom, who was maskless at French Laundry after putting. There we go. Tina, I got to say, at this point, it's really not possible for people to argue that there's not a lot of hypocrisy, specifically from the people that are the most insistent on mask mandates.
Oh, of course, because here's the thing. The pajama class can outsource all of their labor to Uber Eats drivers and Postmates pickup and Instacart while sitting at home, zooming into all their cars behind a MacBook. Their lives were not made worse by the pandemic. You have people in the media openly saying they want forever masking. They want zero COVID, as a facade so they can keep all of these things. They don't want to go back into the office. You know who's freaking out the most about the mask mandates in DC? Bar owners, yoga studio owners, people whose profit margins in the best of times are already razor thin and now know their businesses could shut down. They barely survived the first time if they did at all.
That is
true. And that's one of the main concerns in DC. And so that's why I was so, livid as I was recording this.
DC is basically like a little mini Russia. It is because the reason I said it because of what this is. There's the super rich, which is the politicians. Again, politicians, all brands, politicians, and the people who live in DC. If you live in DC, you're broke. And the people the lobbyists and who make all the money, they live around DC. They don't live in DC because they make the prices high that it's crazy, but they don't live in DC because they know they're like, We ain't stupid. We're not gonna live in DC and all these crazy prices. Is it super rich and the filthy poor? That's what DC is, and that's messed up.
And I knew that I wanted to call the mayor out on it, not just to do my job, but also because these mask mandates have actual consequences outside of the ruling class. It's just the elites who don't care because they aren't actually affected by it.
Speaking of the elites, the former President Obama is planning a 500-person party, birthday party in Martha's Vineyard. Look, the guy's got a $12 million house. He's really very fancy. He's got Smashing Pumpkins, a kind of overrated 90s band that'll be playing. Celebrities like Clooney, and I don't know, name somebody famous. I'm sure if they're really famous, they'll probably be there.
Yep.
Nice house, I got to say, for the Obamas. Let me just say, nice house, just period. It's amazing. I mean, I'm actually looking at it with some degree of envy. I kind of want a $12 million beach house too in Martha's Vineyard. Anyway, point here being, I have no problem with a guy throwing a big party. It's America. I think but if Ron DeSantis were throwing a 500-person birthday party that would be partially indoors, I have a feeling the media would suggest that it was an act of human sacrifice from COVID.
Yep, that is correct.
Not only an act of human sacrifice, an experiment in human sacrifice,
that is correct.
But also the idea would be that it's about not taking the pandemic seriously. Look, Obama and his friends probably are all fully vaccinated, and the bulk of this thing is going to be outdoors. It's not that.
Well, we found out it was not outdoors because Erykah Badu showed it. It wasn't outdoors. It was a big ass tent. But you play that game.
To have, it's that why can't the messaging be we are now past COVID? I mean, like, the fact is, if we look at these rates, especially, in a place like DC, where we have had four people of the 400,000 fully vaccinated who have died of COVID. The pandemic is over. You can either choose to get the vaccine or not. And Obama shouldn't be shamed for having this party, but the fact
exactly. That's the point that people forget about it. I have no problem with these people doing this stuff, but don't make the rules and then tell us not to do it. That's the part I don't like.
Listen, in the messaging that this thing is not over, right? That it's not about.
It's now going to be over. I've said it a million times. Trump was wrong on this. Biden was wrong on this. Sorry, COVID ain't gonna stop no time soon. Nobody know we're gonna do it. This thing gonna last for years. We just gotta live with it. That's why I say talk to your doctor, take care of yourself, do what you gotta do. But you're not getting rid of this thing. It just ain't. It's too widespread. And again, as Biden just said, if illegal immigrants coming over to the country, they don't have to take the vaccine. So it's kind of like, okay, then what's the purpose? It's kind of like I'm trying to clean up a stream, but I still got sewage coming through one of the pipes. Like, it's still gonna taint the water. It's stupid.
Take the vaccine, get tested, whatnot. And then even today, Jen Psaki, when asked about it, she couldn't even respond with, is it fine for everyone else to host an outdoor party with their 600 closest friends? She couldn't endorse the idea because they know it is so antithetical to the messaging that they're doing right now.
Yeah,
messaging that, quite frankly, disincentivizes vaccine uptakes.
It's all just depends on what they want in the moment.
And that basically is my point on this. Look, you crazy ass politicians, you pass the laws. That's all. Like the podcast said, put on the damn mask. All right, put it on. Stop being jabroni. Stop being.
You piece of loser.
All of y'all, seriously. Stop. It's crazy. Put the damn thing on. Freaking pains in the ass. Seriously, I'm telling you. Annoying. Very annoying. Very annoying. So I want to do two more things before I go. I apologize. I didn't do it, but I'll try to do it tomorrow. Maybe talk about the stuff for the side chat. So the two things I want to talk about tomorrow is not tomorrow. That I want to add to this. And this again, this goes on to the media. I swear, but whatever. So every time, if it's not, guys, put on your thinking caps, please. Sadly, this happened. There was in Arlington, Virginia. There was a mass shooting. And again, It's a sad thing. Now, luckily, nobody so far that we know of died from it, but multiple people did got shot. But because they're saying it was a black person, where's the news about it? Where's the CNN? Where's the ABC? And I looked at all of them to see if they were reporting it, whatever. ABC, CNN, and MSNBC, all of them. None. Nothing. Nothing. Because they don't care. If it's a white man killing black people, shooting black people, oh, it's big news. A black man that was a black kid that was shooting other black kids, which I don't care. I don't care what the color is of the person. You are a
You piece of loser.
if you're taking the life of somebody else for no reason at all, none. I don't care your height, I don't care your gender, I don't care your sex, I don't care your birth, I don't care anything. Just like with evil, because that's why I say evil is evil. I don't care about that. That should be a news. That my thing is, it should be the same energy across a board. But because it's black kids getting shot, they don't want to be black. We don't care about black kids. Oh, was a white man did it? Put it on the news. It's crazy. Just like the Asian crime that's been kicking up in New York and in California. Sad to say, most of the people who did it is black people. I don't care about the race in that regard. I care about let's stop this nonsense. But because the news media like to push nonsense and make things worse, I don't like that. Because again, the guy who I showed you the video about it, the guy who killed the 80-year-old Asian guy agent guy, he in San Francisco, the DA, which you can vote for, which again is I ain't gonna play it enough. These people are a piece of crap. The guy got bailed out onto the streets. He didn't serve no jail time. Why? I don't know. But what it said was it is reproductive, whatever, regenerative, whatever the dumb term is. He killed an Asian man in cold blood. No jail time. In DC, 2 black kids killed a 60-year-old immigrant from was Pakistan or whatever. No jail time. Why? I don't care if those 2 girls were white, jail them demons. If they were Hispanic, jail them demons. The reason I'm calling them demons because I did a story. The callousness of what these girls did, the cohort, they stepped over a dying man to get their cell phone. A man there that they caused a death that a car fell on. They flipped the car and landed on this guy, and he's dead, gas for the end. They're walking over his body to get. I gotta get my cell phone. I gotta get. And they already had problems before. They already been to jail and everything before and did grand theft auto and all stuff. The problem about it is these lovely ladies can reproduce. And I could guarantee the best of time, they are not going to choose the right person. And the right person is going to perpetuate another breed of crazy wackadoos like these chicks. Sorry. Just call it as it is. But they're not being called onto it. That stuff is where that kind of the low expectations of people increase the racism that people don't want to talk about. That's true racism right there. I don't care what color you are. You do evil, you go to jail. Point blank, period. That's despicable, man. Seriously, just despicable. But they don't, as I said, they don't care. They don't. So I just wanted to touch on that. You ain't hearing about it, mass shooting, but I guarantee you ain't hear the next mass shooting when a white man is shooting. You will hear that. You'll hear that. And again, you should. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Just like with the Obama thing, you should have the party. I don't care. And a lot again to Miss Obama with her story about the white people is running away from us. They got a white flight. Again, you move to Martha's Vineyard. There's a majority, it's percentage white people there. And your family moved from the neighborhood where you said it was white flight to a white neighborhood before you met Barack Obama. You said it in the whole thing, so you kind of contradict yourself, lady. But it is what it is, just what it is. But I wanna do one more talk about 2 more things really. But it's all about the same thing, so I'm just gonna play it for real in that regard. The one thing is. So in Biden's new bill, his Build Back Better bill, which is garbage, but whatever. and I want to hear it because he say something stupid, and so that's why I want to play the clip. But in that bill, let me say, okay, again, y'all, so most of y'all say you didn't like the last president. Okay, whatever. But you know what the last president did? Again, we talk about racist and black thing. The last president, you know what he did? More than Barack Obama, who was a black president, he gave more money to historically black colleges. That's not bad. That's a good thing, right? And inside of the Better Build Back bill that Biden has, he's taking $30 million away from the HBCs. Wow. So I'm trying to figure out. You remember the guy said if you remember, I'm a white person in black skin in blackface because he said if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. Well, I ain't black because I didn't vote for him. But again, y'all voted for him, and this is what's happening. Like literally, I've said it before, and I had my I laughed because my girlfriend was telling me about, oh yeah, it's not and not the worst president she ever seen. Cool, everybody has their opinions. I got it, but sorry, in my opinion, the 39 years I've been on this planet that I've been following as best as I can the politics and everything, this guy is the worst president 9 months I've ever seen any president. Just literally. Again, you want to know why your gas prices goes up? Because he stopped getting gas in America, and he went back to OPEC to Saudi Arabia and tell, hey, give us more oil. We were independent from them. Nope. Sorry. Nope. Let's not do that. I swear. But I want to play this little skip before I get out of here, which is this. Listen to this nonsense. I just want to listen to it.
There's nothing to do with new spending or what may be coming this year or other years. There's nothing to do with my plans on infrastructure or building back better, both of which are paid for, but they're not even in the queue right now.
For some weird reason, they're saying, but oh, this is not a cost, there's nothing. Okay. But you said this is $1 trillion bill. I mean, no, $3 trillion bill. So what's the number of the $3 trillion bill if it's not gonna cost nothing? That's an oxymoron. That don't make no sense. It just doesn't. I swear, the mental gymnastics these people do just to make it, again, and a lot of people fall for it. That's why I say people are stupid. A lot of people fall for it. I can't fall for that. Just like I said, just like how I showed you a video 2 weeks ago with when Gavin Newsom won the re-election, and the guys, and he said the video played with the guy was like, "Why did you vote for Gavin Newsom?" "Oh, I voted for him just because he's from the same city as me." Really?
Nani?
He's from the city. That's where you voted for him. Like, I don't vote for trash. If he's from the city I'm from, I'm not gonna vote for trash. But they don't care about that situation. That's not their thinking. People, irrational voter. That's a crazy thought that people have. There's no irrational voter. It's just sad. So you got to protect yourself. And now gas prices is going up. Not only gas prices fall down after summer, it's going up. It's going up and up because we took our own gas, shut that down, and go ask the ask the Arabs, hey, give us more of your gas. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. But hey, here's what it is. Hey, politicians, all I'm saying, if you're making all these dumbass rules, can you please put on your damn mask? That's all I'm asking. Follow your own rules. Put on your mask. I know you don't care, and it's not hypocrisy because you just don't care, but look the part, please. Just look the part, you know? Anyway, with that said, hope you guys, like I said, let me see here, because I ain't check. Okay, we had 5,946 people watching. That's good. Thank you. And again, look, go to YouTube, subscribe, share the content to help us share the YouTube algorithms. Facebook, same thing too. Same thing on live, and also same thing on Twitch. If you guys get it, share it if you could share it. Hey, interact, just help us out to get a better podcast, get it out there. That's the whole point of this. But I want to thank you guys for doing that, of spending your time, giving your time, your ears, your mind for this, and share the content. And like I said, I'm not against none of the stuff in that regard, because I wear my mask when I go into buildings and everything, like I said before. But just follow what you do. That's all I'm saying. Is if they can't do the simple basic thing, that's what the elites have looked down on us in such a messed up way. They just don't care, and that's the sad part. And that's all I'm saying with that. So with me, I just gonna do what I gotta do, save money here, do things here, best you could do that, because it's just needed right now. So catch us again tomorrow for the side chat. Let's see how that works out. Other than that, take care of yourself, take care of your family in many regards. Take care of your, go to your doctor, make sure your stuff. The COVID video that I'm gonna do about, because to just give you an example, is most of the people, again, the media is a part of this problem. Most of the people who die from COVID are obese, elderly. And the reason I say obese, because obese come with comorbidities. That's what it is. And just because you're skinny, just because you're small, I'm not a big guy. Just because you're thin doesn't mean that you can't have diabetes, high cholesterol, hypertension, blood sugar. You could have that just with that, so you could die from that. So yeah, there are people out there who've gotten COVID who looks like me and like, oh, you're a thin dude, and like, oh, you had a comorbidity. They mostly did, but they like to hide the fact of that, and I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's be truthful with the numbers so people can make a better decision and stuff. And again, I'm not against the vaccine. Let's make the true decision onto that. That's all I'm saying. But we'll talk about that because it's a big information. Because what the government did when the COVID happened, this is under Trump and this is under Biden. What they did was the opposite to help this scandemic go down. And then you're going to use that power to do stuff. So with that, remember, evil comes in all shapes, sizes, color, creed, sex, height, gender, nationality. Evil is evil. Remember, people are stupid, individuals are smart. Please be that smart individual. Y'all have a good night. Peace out. Catch y'all next time.